Hello, it's Editing Bay Meta here, and today I want to tell you about what you're about to watch. You're about to watch some of the worst gameplay I think I've ever recorded, where I stumble around blindly, not knowing what I'm supposed to do, even though in hindsight it was very obvious. I spent the entire time very loudly bitching about it. So I want you to know what you're about to watch might be actually very frustrating if you played the Beta 3 Heist. Viewer be warned.
Yeah, you should. We should get into it. All right, Mark. All right, and we're back. We're fully back now. Had some technical difficulties there, let me tell you. Oh, we haven't even begun to have difficulties. Again, like I said earlier on this stream, I actually really like Payday 3. I enjoy this game quite a bit. I think it's really good, and I think if you haven't checked it out, you should, absolutely. Yeah, there's definitely latency. But that's the fault of my capture card, not the game. If this game looks at all like I'm terrible at it, I am. Understand, I'm also dealing with latency in this instance. We gotta jump into the new heist. Oh wait, hang on. Game modes, solo mode. Now we're gonna go into Fear and Greed, hard mode. Play. The one thing that kind of let me down is customization. I wish it was more on the level of Payday 2 with buying an outfit gets you all the different color variants of it, aside from unlockable ones, instead of, you know, buy an outfit and then you only have one version of it. Like you get their earned in-game through in-game currency now, and not through monetary purchases. But I would still like if that's how it worked. Having to unlock all the colors individually is very annoying. It's very grindy. I don't like it. That's an improvement they could make. And I get that cut down. I'm like, you know, I get that the variety that's not real, the variety they add artificially like that, feels like there's more options than if they have purchase one, get all the variants. But personally, I don't really care. Like, just give me all of them. Even if you have to make them more expensive and make it like so that it costs the same as buying all of them individually, I would still prefer that. All right, we're back into the game.
I see a team of guards headed to the roof.
Absolutely some latency. Oh, holy shit. Okay, let's see if there's any option I could use to increase aim assist. Stick aim assist strength. We're gonna want that high. Usually I just leave it at whatever the default level is. I think, at least I don't think I played with that. Maybe I did.
Started. Turn off power to one of the elevator shafts. Then take your zip line down to the exchange.
Oh, so I know they're adding First World Bank soon enough. Honestly, when they announced they're adding a classic heist back to the game, I didn't think it'd be First World Bank. I was denying claims that's the heist it would be. Oh, shit. You know what? Let's go loud. Is this silenced? This is silenced. Fuck. We gotta get seen somehow. I guess we'll just let this pager go off.
Situation okay?
Yeah, situation's fine. You want to start firing bullets at me, good sir? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have gotten the cheapest capture card available. I thought it wouldn't make a big difference. This is a huge difference. Again, and an output splitter. An output splitter would be nice. Maybe one that has optional mini HDMI, so I can plug that into my monitor I use.
If you tie down a civilian, I have something to bargain with.
How do I get down? Power down the elevator, grip your zip line to the air vent. How do I do that? You haven't really given me any instructions here. I'm just kind of going off guesses. So weird, just hyping on this latency. Like, I know it might sound like I'm making it up just to excuse how bad my gameplay is, but I'm telling you, the latency is insane. Again, not the game's fault. Not the game's fault. It's the terrible capture card I bought. This is not the best Payday 3 representations. And overkill, if you see this, I do apologize. But it isn't just with this game. This thing is really latent with every game I've tested it. I should have considered that. I'm still probably gonna have a fun time.
You have 30 seconds until the assault. Lock
How do I do this? This is a problem I've had with Payday 3 heist design in general. It's usually like telling you, okay, go here, do this, but not actually telling you where here is or how you do this. And it's not like how late stage Payday 2 heists would generally have a point. There it is.
It's done.
Would have your point where like, okay, you've been wandering around way too long. We're just going to show you where the hidden objective is. Which I appreciated as a very dumb person. Let's get you open. Really, I have to interact with this multiple times. I hate that kind of stuff in games. Here, grab your zipline from the air vent. Yeah, I want to see what happens if I jump down there. I have a pretty good idea. Thinking I probably just died. And I'm guessing... how do I get up there? Oh, not this air vent. Right, so this air vent. Am I gonna feel really stupid for missing it? What are you unloading into, James? It's a wall. The aim assist is very pulley into the body E, which I don't appreciate. But, you know, it's better than not being able to hit anything because, like, this time it's telling me where the objective actually is. Okay, this air vent. Has this been here the whole time and I'm just dumb? I'm gonna assume that's been up there the whole time and I'm just dumb. I mean, I like the map so far. The design is good.
Zipline is go.
Again, very much reminds me of Undercover. With the whole rooftop setting. Like the beginning and end of Undercover. Do I just jump at it? Oh, fuck. I do not just jump. Well, actually, there's enough way down that I probably would have caught it eventually. It seems forgiving in that sense. And now I force this again. Is there a second interaction? You bet there is. This should just be one long interaction. That I'll say. That should just be one long interaction. I haven't streamed Payday 3 in a while. I think, I don't know if the Payday 3 stream I did, or streams, I should say, made it to YouTube. That was a long while ago, back around the time the game had just come out. But I don't think those streams are on YouTube. If they are, they're probably going to be in my old videos playlist. Because I probably unlisted them when I just did a massive wave of unlisting all my old content. Because I didn't really feel like it was an accurate representation of what I'm doing now. Locate and enter the swap meet trading. What does that look like? Did she give me a hint and I missed it? Or is the game once again expecting me to just find this shit? We in the biz call that for a shadow here. I remember hearing good things about this heist. I hope it's enjoyable, but I have no idea where it wants you to go. Which, you know, it's like to borrow, I think it's Angry Black Nerd. To borrow from him, it's one of those where the fuck do I go kind of games. Is it Angry Black Nerd or I'm thinking of a different guy? I know AVGN says it, but I don't think he's like where that phrase comes from. If you're curious, I'm running this off my Xbox Series X. It's sitting on my desk right now, pretty much being used like a PC. Well, in that, you know, the capture card's running off of it. Not that I'm streaming off of it. I wouldn't know how to do that with my face cam and all that in the setup. But again, if someone could enlighten me... Oh, there we go. Has that been there the whole time? Again, am I stupid? Or did that pop up, like, now? Also, I did watch the dev update for the upcoming GUI changes. I think they look really good. Like, it's a little bit more Payday 2 reminiscent than I would have liked, but it's better than what we have now, which feels very much like stock assets for Unreal Engine. It feels like they just took whatever the default is and, like, barely altered it. So, you know, having an actual, like, designed menu, even if it is a little bit more reminiscent of the old game for my liking, is an improvement. Hopefully they continue to improve over time, which they have been steadily. I think they've actually been really good about responding to community feedback. Even too good at times, like when they announced that they were going to be nerfing the ammo replenish skill. And then people got really pissy about having to reload an FPS game. Shock horror. And then they reverted it. I don't think they should have reverted it. I think they made the wrong call. I think the community was wrong. And that they should have gone ahead with it. But, you know, Payday fans tend to be younger, tend to be a little bit of babies, and they don't want to handle even the most basic FPS mechanics if they don't have to. I'm being a little harsh. There are some people who I respect generally, like Red Archer Life, who made valid points, I think, about it. About why I'm just being, facetious, I guess. But generally speaking, I feel the community was actually incorrect about their judgment of that update. I think it would have been a positive thing for the game. I mean, I still like the updates they did end up making, don't get me wrong, but I feel like the community was too quick to get angry. Anyway, it's still peeking into the yellow. This game is loud. I never realized how loud this game, or maybe that's just an OBS thing. I'm not going to adjust it further, just in case that's just an OBS thing and I'm overdoing it. I've made that mistake before. In fact, I should probably be monitoring this game's audio output. That's what a smart streamer might do. Oh, I am monitoring it. Alright, so I am hearing how it sounds for you. In that case, it could be a little louder. Oh, right, because they can't hear the audio capture unless I'm monitoring. That's how capture cards work. Right.
I can take it.
And I think part of the latency definitely does come from the fact that I am effectively watching the OBS capture, which is never, like, entirely up to date. Maybe it isn't my capture card. Maybe I'm being too hard on it. Maybe it would be better if I was using some other external program. But I have heard that capture cards introduce some latency of their own. I don't know. I'll either end up getting a output splitter or a better capture card. Because, like, the game looks fine. The game looks perfectly serviceable. I don't think there's any major issues on that front. But an output splitter would be nice. So I haven't found these files. Maybe they'll crop up. I've been a little bit too focused on the commentary. Not so much focused on the objective. Sure, I'll trade you. In some of the earlier Payday 2 heists, they had a problem where they wouldn't really tell you even where you're supposed to be looking. I think they've eventually updated all those heists, so that's not a problem anymore. But when the game first came out, it had that serious kind of issue where it'd be like, oh, find this thing, but it wouldn't tell you where on the map that thing could even be. Let me get my mouse off screen. I don't know if you can see it, but I can, and it was bothering me. This is the only one I can find, so it has to be this one. It does not have to be that one. All right. Oh, I have like a little meter. I'm supposed to find a certain amount. There's not going to be a correct one. All right. All right. All right. I see the game you're playing, game. That does make sense. I guess that's more satisfying than just having it chance to be right and chance to be wrong, but I feel like I've already found quite a lot of them. Can they be in here? They can be. That bar there led me to believe it would only be in this room.
You can finish the hack now.
Maybe they should clarify it can be in that room too. I don't know, maybe I'm just a little dummy. Maybe I'm just a little stupid brain. I mean, I eventually figured it out, but like, I feel like I spent longer in that room than I had to. Especially because there's a couple I saw in that room, so clearly you don't need to find all of them. Come on, come on, come on. I don't want to be in here all day. Yeah, this is a gun I haven't really used since the DLC came out. I think I equipped it because I wanted to try it out. But then I just, you know, stopped playing the game for a while. And that's not a commentary on the game's quality. I'm a guy who, like, I'll usually just get obsessed with the game for a bit. And just play it all the time. Then just, like, stop playing it for several months. If not a whole, like, years on end. And that's kind of why I've enjoyed streaming, to be honest. It's like, you know, if I want to have some variety in my streams and the eventual uploads, I kind of have to play a variety of games. And I feel like that's been good for me. Like, I've been having a lot of fun. Like, because I'm not just diving into the same game over and over again. So on that front, I've actually really enjoyed streaming. It forces me to not just to marathon the same game. I guess I'm kind of doing that with Ember Knights anyways, but that's just one game. Like, I feel like I can have one, you know, all the time running series Locate the USB access key. Oh, come on. I gotta find more really tiny stuff on this map. Are you serious? Well, I'm gonna guess it's in here. Oh, this is gonna be so bad with latency. This is gonna suck with latency. I'm not excited for this minigame. Alright. This is the most anti-latency minigame I think exists. And generally, I think the most tedious minigame the game has to offer. I'm glad this only appears to pop up once for high seed is usually not mandatory. But I think they could at least add skills to the game that make this go by faster. Like maybe add a skill where wrong inputs like don't always immediately fail. Like maybe have like a buffer if like you can get one input wrong before the code resets. I think that alone would massively improve things. You just have to keep doing that. Insert the access key into a trade booth. I'm assuming that means any trade booth. Yep. The first one I walked into worked, so I'm assuming it means any of them. I don't. Maybe I just happened to pick the right one. I doubt it. Can I just destroy all these? Oh yeah, that's a neat feature. I like that. That's cute. That's a cute thing.
Boom! Grab the access key.
I'm definitely not going to play any like real precise inputs games like Binding of Isaac until I have a good capture card.
The exchange regulators can't block our trades
Unless it is, again, unless it is just the way I'm doing this. And there's better methods that wouldn't have latency. Which is possible. You know what I just realized I'm doing? My entire build is built around marking enemies, and I haven't been doing that. I guess I'm still doing well. I'm only on hard mode. Maybe I should just be monitoring game output in general. Maybe I should always have game sound off. No. But I probably should spend more time monitoring game output. Honestly, maybe the fact that I don't do it makes me a bit of a bad streamer. Zapcod boys. Well, I have no idea where they'd be going. I haven't seen any cloakers yet this heist. Maybe they overcompensated for the cloaker spam of some of the other newer heists by just not having any in this one. That'd be nice. I would like that. But I'm assuming they just come whenever the final assault starts. Or close to it, I should say. Close to whenever the assaults that have the more armored guys happen. I feel like this takes a little too long. This little fixing thing right here. I feel like this takes longer than it should. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the negativity towards this game just comes from people not playing it since launch and assuming nothing's changed. I feel like that's true for a lot of the launch day syndrome games, but especially this one. Like, I see complaints that haven't really been accurate about it since, like, you know, September of last year. I mean, October of last year. Or even since, like, the beta. Like, I see people saying, oh, aren't the servers, like, super unstable for that game? Like, not really anymore. Like, they definitely were when the game launched, because they, one, had, like, a terrible deal with the server company. That meant they didn't have enough servers, and they also massively underestimated how many people would be playing this game at launch. So that led to the game being super unstable, because you couldn't handle the capacity. Which, like, I'd be a bit more sympathetic toward that if they didn't do an entire beta. Like, just to make sure the game was too quiet. I mean, just to make sure the game... I don't know why I said that. I'm thinking too much about streaming. Just to make sure they could handle server capacity. Like, it feels like you should have already known this would be a problem. And maybe they did and there's nothing they could do about it, but it's definitely not a good look. That definitely paints them as a little negligent. Like, I'm sure there was some, like, behind-the-scenes reasons that haven't been able to be publicized. But overall, like, it's a bad look. But speaking of frustrating, here we are. This is the point in the video I warned you about, where I'm about to spend way too much time running in circles when the objective was clearly obvious. If you see all the terminals around where the stock trading is monitored and controlled, those are where the circuit breakers I need to find are going to be. If you were listening, Shade actually mentioned this earlier. I'm about to completely ignore everything the game had told me and blame the game for for the fact that I was not aware of this. This is going to be a frustrating portion of the video. I can only say I'm sorry. Now, base their entire judgment of the game, even up to this point, off of that launch day experience, and refuse to accept the idea that now the game might just be good. Like, yeah, it should have launched in a good state. Don't get me wrong. But, live and learn. Like I always say, like, the game has gotten better. And again, I don't even think it was bad at launch. Like, I'll agree it was a little bit, it didn't feel like it had enough content. But like, this game was always like, you know, there's going to be more. Like, we're going to make more. Like, this is the sort of game where updates are to be accepted and expected. I understand the point they made about, like, part of why we didn't have a whole lot of content in this game was that we were focused on quality. Like, we were focused on adding a whole bunch of really good content when the game came out, not so much on adding a whole bunch of content, generally speaking. And we wanted to make a good foundation to build off of. And I'm sympathetic to that. The issue is, like, I don't think they even pulled that off. Like, most of the heists were exceptional in quality, but unfortunately, I did say most of. And the fact that I have to qualify that statement says that I don't think they did a super good job building that foundation.
You have 30 seconds.
I think a good example is the prevalence of Wi-Fi hacking objectives that are just mind and numbingly repetitive and boring. I am running around in circles a lot now, which is unfortunate. We've reached the where the fuck do I go point nigh. With Payday 3, you gotta have less of these. Like, you gotta eventually point the player to where they gotta be going. Got some on me. Oh! Hit some geometry. Fuck it. I also feel like the fact that it's harder to get cloakers to just do their jump and miss makes them especially annoying to deal with in this game. It feels like if you're playing alone, they're virtually impossible to avoid if you don't catch them early. Like, before they do their shards and announce their presence. Which again, creates a lot of frustrating situations where you get down by a cloaker you had pretty much no opportunity to avoid. Not that that couldn't happen in Payday 2, it certainly could, but I feel like it didn't happen quite as often as it does in this game. And like, I get that they wanted the cloaker to feel like a bully, but I feel like what they've done to pursue that goal has just made the cloaker extremely unfun to deal with and extremely irritating. Because, like, either you find them immediately and they're not a threat at all, or one downs you instantly and you had absolutely no opportunity to respond, is how it feels like yeah, encounters with cloakers tend to go. Especially with the latency I'm dealing with, which is certainly escalating situations on that front. But I guess they can't entirely be claimed in the game. Where the fuck is this goddamn box?
Excellent. They're backing off.
Again, they really need to start telling you where things are after long enough. So I feel like I've been looking for this way too long for the game to not just throw me a bone here. I'm gonna have to fucking look up what rooms this circuit breaker could spawn in. Again, I know what the circuit breaker looks like, but I have no idea where it can spawn. Like, this game is giving me no context for where I should be looking. So I feel like I'm just kind of running around aimlessly, waiting for a yellow highlight to appear on my screen. And that's not fun. That's really boring. And it gets frustrating. Is this it? No, it's a safe. From a distance, it looks like it might be it. Definitely not going to be in here. Oh, come on. Really? He's still alive. Is this a circuit breaker? No, but it looks like something I'll be interacting with later. Oh, hi. Where were you 2 seconds ago? I didn't see them when I walked over there. Am I just blind? Did they just, like, magically appear? Maybe I'll even create a marker that could potentially become a short from this stream. Who knows? Alright, looks like this is already gone over 30 minutes. Or it's close to going over 30 minutes, I should say. Where are these circuit breakers? Don't tell me. They're inside of these? Oh, come on. I was mid-interaction. You see what I'm talking about with these cloakers? Like, it feels like they're just coming out of nowhere. And then you either have no opportunity to avoid them,
Don't worry, I'll get the code.
or you immediately destroy them, and they're no threat at all. Those are the two possible kinds of interaction. And they're both equally annoying. Because one is like, okay, why is this enemy even here? So we should get rid of it. One is like, okay, what the hell is even supposed to do? That felt unfair. Neither of which are how you want to feel. And again, like, maybe you should say I should have, you know, known about the wall panel immediately, and that's where that would be. But like, what? How was I supposed to know they'd be inside the permanent? Like, why am I supposed to just assume, you know? Like, why am I meant to have this innate knowledge? Like, now I know that for future runs of this map, but that doesn't improve the experience I had on the... That wasn't a circuit breaker?
Enter it back at transfer control.
Then what are the circuit breakers? I'm beginning to think this isn't a very good heist, guys. I'm beginning to think this might actually be a low quality one. And maybe I've ran past the circuit breakers 1,000 times, and I'm just extremely stupid. What am I supposed to read?
Using circuit breakers to hold up the market. Find the breakers marked on screen. Get their override codes, then enter them back at transfer control. The money must
I have to
flow.
find them, get their codes, then bring them back and enter them? Why? That's so many steps. I have to do that for each circuit breaker? This is such a fucking objective bloated heist. Like, that's so many steps to do one thing, and I have to do that 3 times. Now, where was it? All these terminals look the same. It's hard for me to remember which one I
You
was
have
at.
30 seconds until the assault. Lock and
6192, 6192, 6192, 6192, 6192, 6192, 6192. I know it might get annoying that I'm repeating this, but if I don't repeat it, then I'm gonna forget it. 6192, 6192, 6192, 619, 619, 619. 6192, 619, 619, 619, 619, 619, 619. Now I gotta enter this latency. 619, 619, 6 1
Get your game face on.
9 2.
That's not the right code.
What? What was the
A
code?
few seconds to give it time to reset.
Where is this tech? Nobody over there? I feel like I'm way too far away for it to be pinging me if the tech is all the way over here. Not that I'm upset about it, but like the wiles distance I was away from it. I don't really care about naders, they suck.
Units are on site.
I was kind of excited for them, like I really like 6192. I put it in right! What? What? I was right! I don't get this. Really? He was behind another enemy? This is what I'm talking about with cloakers in this game. They're just annoying to deal with. God, it feels like I'm really ragged on this game, and I haven't been enjoying this heist, I gotta say. But don't see this as what I'm gonna be coming back to. It's 6 1
Get out of here!
9 2.
That's the wrong code.
Oh, I have to find circuit breaker S3 because I guess I have to add another fucking step to this objective.
The exchange
This heist
triggers
feels
circuit
so
breakers
bloated.
If the market fluctuates too much. We don't like that. Get the override codes from the
K2.
breakers on screen, then bring them back to transfer
X4.
control.
E5. There's S3. I think it was S3. I have to open this up to another holdout objective. Don't forget the 2 interactions and just do one long one.
Sabotage squad on site. Watch out.
I don't care. Alright. I didn't go for one too. Still marked enemies, so I don't really care. Where's the sniper?
Killed the sniper.
The great thing about latency is I can blame it anytime I seem to be having a problem. I can just say, oh, it's latency, that's why my aim is bad. As if my aim isn't bad anyway. My aim is certainly worse because of the latency, but admittedly, it probably would have been bad without it. 5, 4, 3, 4. And that interaction there, where I have to hit yes or no, like, I get it short, but why is that even there? That's just another button I have to press towards an already bloated objective. Like, this should just be hack the terminal and it's over with. Or maybe even hack all 3, then you get a code. Fuck, I forgot what it was. And so now I have to run all the way back instead of just appearing on screen. Find S3. Oh, come on!
You're no challenge at all.
They're coming in 30 seconds.
I do not rate this heist. You just randomly give up. Oh no, I think Wolf shot him. S3, no. I forgot where S3 was. B5, there it is. 5, 4, 3, 4. 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, please. 5, 4, 3, 4. All these fucking cloakers. This is another problem with this game. The sheer amount of cloakers. Like, it's one thing for them to, like, you know, be so hit and miss without... Fuck. Oh, okay. Be so hit and miss with, like, when the game decides to alert you to their presence. And, like, how quickly you have to respond. But, like, it's another thing with, like, how frustrating it is. It's like how often they spawn. And this heist isn't the worst of it. There's other significant... Yep, I gotta do it for every single one of them.
Keep an eye out. Hostage rescue is on the scene.
Oh, does the heist degrade loot value over time? Is that going up or down? I think it's going up. Oh, okay. So I think as I do this, I affect loot value that's going on. Maybe it's the longer you stay, the more the loot goes. I see. Alright, okay, that's my fault. I should have checked the labeled circuit breaker. Are you kidding me? As I'm dealing with another special. See what I'm talking about when I say cloakers are very annoying to deal with? See what I mean? You see how they're annoying? Yeah. No, I think you only pick them up just sitting on the ground. This is why they're annoying.
Fuckers killed him.
Don't really understand what was even going on there. Now I gotta find which one. Device connected. L1. Alright. Are you kidding me? Again, code response seem to be massively decreased. Kind of across the game, but especially in the newer hypes. Maybe this one isn't as bad, and I'm just frustrated in general, but they're definitely overbearing on some of the other heists that come out in this, I guess you call it a campaign or storyline. They're definitely a lot more annoying than other ones than they are here, but generally speaking, I think not only are cloakers poorly designed in Payday 3, but I think that certain heists make them a lot more annoying than they have to be. Sniper, I think that James is getting him. I'll play a heist I actually like after this. I think a cloaker just spawned. I think I heard one. Yep. There's one nearby. I can hear it.
Police assault incoming. 30
Yep.
seconds.
No, come on. Where was it? And then they can hide in places where you just have no fucking chance of dealing with them before they appear. Like, that one was never even on my screen in the time before, like, the split second from it activating its sound to actually kicking me. That was like no warning. Like, I knew it was nearby, but the sound isn't nearly directional enough for me to actually know
All right,
where.
people, here come the cops.
Especially because not everybody has good like
Yes.
sound,
Get back to
like sound
transfer
processing to
control
know
and
like
enter that
directions
code.
to sounds, especially coming from games. There's him 3, but like that was like a split seconds worth of warning. I hear it. I heard it.
Cloaker's history.
0, 7, 6, 3. Yep.
That one's down. On to the next.
Shit.
B5. Okay, double check. I'm still up here. B5. Yeah.
You can't win. Surrender.
I love how cocky the shields are. Like in Payday 2, they didn't have any dialogue, they were just clanking sounds. I love how in this game they made them really cocky, despite how fragile they are. I think that's kind of funny. With the characterizations, I think they hit it out of the park for this game. Like, especially the specials, they're all like as entertaining as you would expect Payday 3 characters to be. Oh, this one I opened? 619. Oh yeah, I already had this one open. Alright, my mistake saved me. Sometime I thought I heard a cloaker. I mean, I thought I heard one charging, but I think that was part of the, yeah, I keep thinking I hear it. Part of the soundtrack. 0. No, I was hearing one. God damn it. And now I have to switch. There we go. 0, 1, nope. I would like a backspace too, by the way, instead of just appear all numbers you typed in. I think that's wrong.
Code.
Okay. B5, 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 B5. I don't know, maybe my gameplay's been particularly abysmal, and I'm being way too hard in this game, but I feel like 6192, 6192. I feel like this heist has been well designed so far. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta run away from the cloakers until you hear their noise getting quieter, and then you turn around, and then you should have enough time to respond. Yeah. 6192. Nope. And instead of hitting backspace, I have to reset the entire
They weren't
thing.
expecting that, but don't think they'll give up that easy. That's the wrong code.
What? Oh, I hit 199. Alright, that's my fault.
Wait a moment to give it time to reset.
Of course I have to wait a moment. I can't just try again. No, I have to add even more bloat to this heist.
Circuit breakers to hold up the market.
What?
Find the breakers marked on screen. Get their override codes.
We have to make this
then
heist last
enter
even
them back
longer.
to transfer control. The money
I'm
must
definitely
flow.
not playing this heist again. Are you kidding me? Why'd you stop?
Attacking another assault team.
But that's the thing with the AI. Sometimes they just start shooting at an enemy and just stop for no reason.
The cops are sending in bulldozers.
Like, they just shot that cloaker, then it stopped immediately attacking me, and they just immediately stopped shooting at it.
You've done some good damage. Shut down the market now, or hold out for more money.
Let's see how long I can hold out. It sounds a little fun.
Just like that, treaty is bankrupt.
Actually, no, I want to get
Pull
here.
our access key, then grab the EMP we had tucked away.
EMP?
Once the exchange is down,
There's
no
more?
one can touch our work until it's too late.
I don't even know how long this part is going to be when I upload it. Oh, this is over. That was... Okay, I did have enough time for that cloaker. I realized it was on screen for a while. I'm going to take full responsibility for that down.
Don't mind the ricochet.
But other cloaker downs in this have been some bullshit. But that cloaker I feel like I had proper reaction time for. I just didn't.
Shield's dead.
Alright, let's get the last of this bloated heist done. At least hopefully the last. And then I'll finish the stream off with playing a heist I actually enjoy. How's that sound? How above me is it? There's another dozer. Ow.
Dallas has gone down.
Yeah, that was also my fault. I probably should just back cover and then done this.
They froze
What's
the
another tip?
market from outside the
I don't think
exchange.
cloakers can hit your
Bad
stuff when you put them on top of
loader
things.
guy will do them now.
What? Where is it? Another problem with this game is how unclear the markers can be even when they do give them to you. Like, especially when it's like, you know, equipment that was supposed to have been planted for us. Like, why is there any ambiguity in where that is? Like, here it is. Like, why isn't it just, like, directly labeled? Like, why is there any element of I have to find it? Like, that was planted for us specifically. And sometimes it feels like they had ambiguity where it doesn't even make sense to have ambiguity, and it just makes the heist last longer. I know, there's a lot of decisions. Like, I overall really like this game. I'm upset with how negative this stream has been so far. Alright, I should get away from that. Probably make distance. But I really don't like this particular heist.
You there?
This is actually kind of vibe with this
That's
aesthetic.
why we bought the good comms.
Now I wish this heist looked like this for longer. Getting back again. I'm gonna have to adjust my position in my suit in a second. I know you guys probably love when I do that. At least wait,
Well
so I'm
done,
not
team.
recording anymore.
Catch your breath, but stay alert.
Let's get out of here. Surprised we haven't seen a final shard yet. Just how many objectives are left?
Able to come any closer until you guys clear the pickup zone.
This is probably where it's gonna happen.
This is why we always have a backup plan. Find the parts we stashed for the transmitter.
Oh, so I like Shade.
then take control
I really
of the
like
crane
Shade as a
to get to
character.
another roof.
There's been a lot of not liking her for various reasons. Some of them come down to misogyny. But like, I think there have been also many genuine criticisms. I think some people are upset about just how often she pops up and talks, and I
More
think
cops on the way.
they
They're
could
in 30
tone her down
seconds.
like a bit, like how often she pops up to remind you of things. But you know, it's not like that wasn't true of Payday 2. It's a criticism I think Overkill has failed to take to heart and really address in a meaningful way. Hopefully I'm doing these right. I think they're setting it up like this. Why is this 2 interactions overkill? There's so many double interactions that could either just be one long interaction or don't even need to be as long as they are. Again, there's a lot of bloat
Transmitter is moving the
in
crane
some of
now.
this game's heists,
Cops away.
which I think does not need to be there. There's a reason Road Rage is the best heist in the game, is by basically being an escort mission. And that's that it doesn't feel bloated. I'm probably gonna play Road Rage next. Generally speaking, like that's probably one of the better designed heists in the game. Because, you know, it feels as long as it needs to be. It doesn't feel like it overstays welcome. I'm not gonna be stupid. I'm gonna step back. What? No, there's a techie somewhere. Hooray.
Too much heat in the landing zone. Fix it, will ya?
God, how long would this heist have gone on if I did decide to hold out? There's the techie. This heist feels just bloated. Like, I know I've said it a whole lot of times, but why does this go on so long? Like, there's so many, like, unnecessary interactions and, like, bloated objectives so far. And, like, sure, a lot of them are smaller interactions, but that adds up over the course of a heist. Especially over the course of your first time playing it. And maybe I'll warm up to this heist as I play it, but the first time playing experience is fucking dreadful for this heist. It doesn't make me want to come back to it. There we go. Yeah, I gotta defend them both because that makes sense. At least there's a direct path between them. More than can be said of a lot of Payday 2 objectives like this. And some Payday 3 ones, but I feel like Payday 3 is overall a lot better about that than Payday 2 was. I wish I knew when that was moved far enough. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, like a lot of things in this heist. Oh, come on. I feel like cloakers don't start their shard sound soon enough. Oh god, that was a flag spike if I've ever seen one. Holy shit.
I'm here. Ready? I killed the fucking shield.
They cannot add the full offline mode soon enough. Just getting random lag spikes in the middle of a single player game is not it. It's not it. What the hell is the sniper?
This attack wave won't stop until they have you in custody. Get the fuck out of there!
Where? Oh, there it is. Found it. Yeah, I actually did something wrong. That's nice. Come on. The MSS is pulling me all over the place, but I have to have it up because of this fucking latency I'm dealing with.
Setting down, guys.
I know it can be kind of hard to display latency. I might try and demonstrate here in a second. The worst part is it's not super consistent so far too. Yeah, like right now it doesn't feel like there's much of any. Sometimes it feels like virtually like seconds pass. The latency when it's consistent is one thing, but inconsistently,
We're in the clear.
you can probably see some there.
You didn't just bury Concord with this heist. You sent a message. No one fucks with the Payday
How much time do I
gang.
have left? Oh, not much. I'm not sure I'll have enough time to do another heist, but I'm gonna try. Main menu.